Hello and welcome back to Trigger Happy Havoc, and seriously, what the hell am I looking at? Yunko's body had been impaled with a bunch of spears. An unbelievable amount of blood started pouring out of her body. It's the first time I'd ever seen. The moment someone's life came to an end. Nobody there could deny what they'd seen. Yunko, who until a second ago had been our friend, was dead. She died. She'd been murdered. In simple terms, it was the death of a human being.
Hey,
It's really not all that shocking. She just died, that's all. Just went and died. It's no more remarkable than the inevitable demise of the entire human race. It's just as natural as the eventual end of the world itself. This isn't some superhero comic. It's not like when you die, you didn't really die. This is reality!
why?
Why? Why did you have to kill her? Didn't you say you would put her in prison or something? I changed my mind.
I knew it.
No. You've been wanting to kill this entire time.
Say what?
Kill this entire time? Don't be silly, you can't kill time. Or are you being metaphorical? Are you saying I wanted to waste this whole time? Come on, what do you take me for? I'm Monokuma!
Well now.
Anyway, none of that matters right now. I have something I'd like to give you to help in your search for the Blackened. This little file has all the information I've gathered about the death in question. I like to call it
The Monokuma file!
I mean, naturally you guys aren't experts at this kind of thing, so you can only do so much with a corpse. So instead I've gathered up everything I know about the circumstances and cause of death. What's that? How do I know the cause of death, you ask? Because the surveillance cameras picked up the whole thing. I got to see it all go down.
So then...
Wait then. So you know who killed Sayaka? Of course I do. If I didn't, I couldn't possibly pass a fair and accurate judgment during the trial, now could I?
Correct.
That's a good point. The judge has to be able to make the proper decision. That's somehow comforting.
Well?
Now then, please put your full effort behind the investigation. After all, you don't have any choice but to give it your best shot. Seriously, you don't have a choice. Okay then, we'll meet up for the class trial in a little while. And with that, Monokuma disappeared once again. He left us stunned and confused, and he left us at a total loss. He left us with Yunko's dead body growing colder right in front of us. And for who knows how long, nobody said a word. The fact that Sayaka and Yunko were dead was a huge shock, of course, but there was more to it than that. There's also the idea that one of us had actually murdered someone, and that if we didn't find out who it was, we would all die here. We'd found ourselves in a situation where we couldn't help but look at each other with open suspicion. It was the worst situation imaginable. Yet even in such a perversely terrible situation, she didn't show the slightest hint that it had gotten to her. Now's no time to wallow in your depression. The worst thing we can do right now is lose faith in each other. That would lead to the same disastrous result of having total faith in everyone else.
What?
Huh?
In other words...
Cooperation is absolutely key at this point. Who you decide to trust or not trust is, of course, up to you. Continuing to think and talk about the deceased certainly isn't going to help anything.
What the heck?
Saying stuff like that is just... How many times have I told you? Anyone who can't adapt will die. Death is the only thing awaiting those who are unable or unwilling to accept. If that happens, you only have yourself to blame.
That's terrible!
What an awful thing to say! Especially after what's happened.
Just a second.
Right now, exposing the killer is the most important thing. Because if we don't, we're all going to die here. She's right. We need to begin our search right away.
Of course.
Either way, we can't run away from the situation. We have no choice but to move forward.
What the heck?
We just have to do it, I guess. What other choice do we have? No way in hell am I letting someone kill me. Alright, damn it, let's do this. We just have to do it. Everyone kept repeating the same sentiment. They were using it like a mantra, trying to give themselves strength. They're right. We do have to do this. And if that's what it takes to survive, then that's what we have to do. On top of that, there was something I needed to find out. I had to know why Sayaka had to die. Why she had to be the one. I'm terrified to find out, but I have to know. Otherwise I'll never be able to accept her death. Which is why I don't have any choice. I have to do this. Okay, so that is a very dead body. I gently place my hand on Yunko's lifeless body. Touched her wrist to check for a pulse, like they do in the movies and stuff, but she really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. But I don't know why I even bothered to check. After all those injuries, after so much blood. Frankly, I'd be shocked if she did survive something like that.
Huh?
Huh? Hold on. Hold on. Just wait a second. She's dead? And that means...
What?
That means everything that's happened so far is real? It's not a joke or whatever? It's really real?
Let me out of here!
Hell no. No, someone save me. Let me out of here. Somebody help me!
What's your problem?
You're just now accepting that?
Hey.
Before we start searching for Sayaka's killer, we need to decide what to do about securing the crime scene. What do you mean? You're thinking of putting someone on guard duty so no one can disturb the area, aren't you? After all, if the culprit decides to destroy the evidence, we're screwed.
Hey!
In that case, I don't mind doing it. Don't like having to think anyway. Team of two. Logically, you need to put two people on that job. I'll let you guys figure out who killed that chick. Okay then, we can let Mondo look after the scene. Well, no, we can't just leave him there alone.
What?
What? Why the hell not?
Stop talking.
Isn't it obvious? If you were the culprit, what's the first thing you would do? By volunteering for guard duty, you're in a position to destroy all the evidence you want. What? Oh, fuck you!
So then...
Fine. Then I'll stay there on guard duty as well. That way there is no problem. Play a co-op-based defense with the two of them. With their stats, they're totally OP. Means we won't be able to help investigate while putting our faith in the rest of you.
But...
I'm still pretty freaked out, but I'll try. Okay.
What the heck?
I hate this, but we don't have a choice. We have to figure out who did it. Or else we're all dead.
Oh.
So, you finally noticed.
What the crap?
Huh? Notice what? I was looking through the Monokuma file we received, and I noticed something very obvious and unusual.
Huh?
Huh? What are you talking about? Go ahead. Take a look. Notice anything interesting about where Sayaka died? She died in Makoto's dorm.
Ah!
What? She's right!
Eh?
Then, could it be? Now all at once, everyone's gaze turned to me. Hold on a second, hold on. Got it all wrong. For one night, I traded rooms with her. I did it because she was afraid. You expect us to believe that? Just tell us the truth. The look in everyone's eyes had done a complete 180 from just a few minutes earlier. Feelings of suspicion and fear had returned. In other words, you think I did it.
So then...
Are we all done talking? We need to begin our investigation soon. At this point we should split up. We need to get to the bottom of this, find out who killed Sayaka. We'll have to collect clues to form a foundation and construct an argument to come to a final decision. If we get this wrong...
So...
Well, do I really have to say any more?
Actually...
I'd rather you didn't know.
Goodbye.
Everyone, pray for good luck. And with that, Kyoko hurried out of the gym.
Goodbye.
I'll be going too. And just like Kyoko, he was gone before we realised it.
Yo.
Oh yeah, I'm on guard duty, huh? Better head to the scene of the crime. Ah, that's right.
Hey, damn it.
Let me just say this right now. If whatever son of the bitch did this here right now thinks they're gonna destroy that
You're
evidence,
fucking dead.
they better not let me find him. I'll skip the trial and cave their damn skull in myself. I'm serious, I will fuck them up. Letting his deadly words hang in the air, he and Sakura ran off.
So,
I mean, we're not detectives or anything, you know. Am I going to investigate a murder? How do we even do something like that?
Anyway...
We don't really have to do anything in particular. We already know who killed Sayaka. What are you implying?
This is...
It was you! I am telling you, it wasn't me. Is it just me, or is her hair starting to look kind of Doc Ockish? Don't come any closer! Are you going to kill me next?
So,
Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. It's not for sure that Makoto's guilty yet. That's true. We may as well at least check, just to check. Even if we wanted to, I couldn't help investigate. Wait, why not? I'm not good with blood. All it takes is one glimpse and I black out.
Oh, yeah?
Ah, whatever. Don't think anyone's expecting much from you anyway. Alright, I guess I'd better get going. Wait, don't go yet. You have to hear me out. But it was pointless. Everyone had already left. And their parting looks at me had been filled with suspicion. Does everyone really think that I'm the killer? God, how did it turn out like this? Seriously, they've got it all wrong. Why do they have to suspect me? She died in your room, dude. That's a bit suspicious. You know, and let's face it, it's not like any of you people have alibis. Well, not unless two of you were busy shagging in one of the rooms or something. I have to do something. Otherwise everyone will...
Execution is... execution. Execution!
Yep.
Electric chair! Bzzz, bzzz, poison gas! Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane!
You are one creepy-ass teddy bear. I can't let that happen. I can't let things turn out the way Monokuma wants. All I have to do is find out who really did it. Who really killed Sayaka. Investigate. Guess I should look through the Monokuma file we got before. The victim was Sayaka Miyazono, and the time of death is estimated to be around 1:30 AM. The body was discovered in Makoto's room in the dormitory. All evidence suggests the death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen. There was also an injury to her right wrist. That sounds defensive wound to me. Specifically, the wrist appears to have suffered a fracture. We have no choice but to push forward if we want to find out what happened. Somehow, I have to find out the truth, so that we can all survive. And for Sayaka, I have to find out how she was killed. Monokuma File 1 has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. Alright, let's go investigate the crime scene. First of all, I should head to the scene of the crime. My room. We won't make any progress without investigating there. So, I headed to my room where Sayaka's corpse still remained. Better examine the state of my room a little closer. Might reveal something new. Okay then. Well, the sword's a good place to start. This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Does this mean it was used in the attack somehow? And plus, it's been taken out of its sheath. I hadn't actually looked at the blade itself till now, but I shouldn't be surprised that it's coated in gold too. On top of that, some of the gold coating has come off parts of the blade, and the handle. Yeah, the handle especially is missing a lot of its coating. I remember the coating sticks to you even if you just touch it a little bit. Replica sword has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. That implies to me somebody came in, threatened her, so she took up the sword to try and defend herself with it. You know, so the gold coating rubbed off on her hands. We'll have to check her hands. Key, anything useful there? There's a key on the ground. It has my name on it, so it has to be my room key. If I remember correctly... That's right. We'll have to trade keys. When we switch rooms, we switch keys too. So Sayaka would have had the key here in my room the entire time, but... If that's true, then... How did the killer get into the room in the first place? Could Sayaka have forgotten to lock the door? No, that seems unlikely. Same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching? Saying that, there's no way she'd have forgotten to lock it, or open it for any reason. Maybe she dropped the key somewhere? Someone grabbed it or something? No, that's not possible either. Sayaka was in here when we switched rooms. With how scared she was, she wouldn't have gone walking around. She couldn't have dropped it. So how did the killer... Now, we looked at this earlier and it seems to have a bunch of sheets missing. Sayaka somehow dirtied my room, decided to clean up a little? Check my drawer. My toolkit's still there. Toolkit's still inside the drawer. I don't see any evidence it's been used at all. Sense, I guess. I mean, it's mine. I hadn't had any reason to open it. Can't even imagine a situation where I'd need a toolkit like this.
Yo.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, Mondo.
What?
We ain't exactly in the mood to be building fucking furniture, right? So you haven't used yours either then?
What?
Not just me. Nobody's busted theirs out yet, as far as I know. Actually, we were talking about it yesterday.
By the way,
none of the guys have opened their toolkits yet, because why the hell would we? Okay, the toolkit's been added to the truth bullets. Okay, so the sheath is there, with scratches on the floor. There was a fight in here. This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Does this mean it was used in the attack somehow? Plus the sword's been taken out, so it's just the sheath, but... Huh? There's some scratches on the sheath. They must have been made with something sharp. How'd the sheath get scratched up in the first place? Katanas are often made with scabbards that are actually quite tough. Whereas medieval longswords, the kind I favour, tended to use leather scabbards so that you would basically draw your sword and then either just chuck the scabbard away, you know, or just leave it on your belt, you know, effectively dangling there. A lot of katanas are actually designed with scabbards that are designed so you can use it as an additional weapon if you need to. You know, if you're looking for a slightly less lethal option. Even if someone used the sword during the struggle, it doesn't make sense for the sheath to be damaged. I mean, if you're going to attack someone with a sword, the first thing you do is unsheath it. A heavy sheath like this would only get in the way. It could just slide off in the middle of the fight. So why are there scratches on the sheath? Okay, let's look for scratches, because that looks to me like evidence of a fight. There are scratches and gouges on my walls and bed. Is that evidence of a struggle? Looks like there must have been some kind of fight in my room. Damn it, I was right. I was right there in the other room. If only I'd heard something.
wait.
That would not have been possible. Huh? Don't you remember? All our rooms are soundproofed. So something could happen in the room right next to you and there's no way you could know.
Well,
perhaps this was another of Monokuma's strategies, creating an ideal setting for murder. So there's definite evidence of a struggle. Okay, what's left to examine? Anything interesting on the stand? Apparently not. Bin's been knocked over, but that doesn't seem to be a factor. More scratches on the walls. Okay, yep, we've already seen that. Okay. Okay. What do you guys have to say about it? Sakura, do you think I'm guilty too?
Hey!
I try not to make assumptions like that. Simply do not know whether or not you did this. Whatever decision the rest of you come up with, I will follow your lead. Let's see. Mondo, you got any ideas?
Way.
You know, I realised something while I was on guard duty. Killer could have already destroyed some evidence, right? Before anyone found the body, I mean. There's a trash room here in the dorms, right? They could have tossed some stuff in there. Yeah, that's definitely possible.
You son of a bitch!
Dirty bastard!
Shit.
Anyone who raises their hand to a woman is scum that deserves death. That's what my brother taught me.
You're fucking dead!
So if I ever find the son of a bitch that did this, I'm gonna pound his goddamn face in. But what if it was a girl that did it?
Yo!
That'll all get sorted out when the time comes. Okay, so, trash room, worth investigating. Hey, Kyoku. Quietly call her name while she was investigating the area, but
What are you doing?
what she found...
Isn't it obvious?
No, not really.
I'm searching.
Searching?
She was down on her knees, carefully inspecting every inch of my room.
Did you lose a contact or something?
She's looking for evidence, Pillock. I don't know what she's doing exactly, but she seems to be concentrating pretty hard on it. But a few seconds later, she suddenly stood up straight and said,
Listen.
Are you a clean freak? Huh? No, I don't think so, but what? Nodding, she glanced around my room one more time.
I see.
Interesting. What's interesting?
Hey,
Just as I suspected, there's something very unusual about your room. Which is what exactly? Unusual? What do you mean?
so...
I've searched your floor from one corner to another, and I didn't find one single strand of hair. Really?
Indeed.
Not one hair from the victim, not one hair from you, even though you've been living in here. Now that I mention it, I noticed something while I was looking around before. It looked like the lint roller in my room's been used, but I've never touched it. Could someone have used it to...
I see.
Very interesting. Your room didn't have a single hair in it, and someone used your lint roller without your knowledge. In other words, someone other than you came in and scrubbed your room clean. Was it Sayaka? Or the killer?
Well,
Well, that's the question, isn't it? That definitely sounds like someone covering their tracks. Right, I suspect that's everything in here. Surveillance camera. Last one, yep. They didn't do anything to stop what's happening. They just kept on watching. In the bed. There are gouges in the bed like someone attacked it. What the hell happened here? Yes, this to me seems like a fight between someone armed with a knife and someone armed with a sword. And the fact that the knife wielder won implies that the knife wielder knew what they were doing to at least some extent. Because let's face it, if you've got two complete amateurs, you hand one of them a knife and you hand one of them a sword, my money would be on the guy with the sword. It's bigger, it's longer. You know, and it takes an awful lot of courage to actually get past a longer weapon. You know, that's something we notice an awful lot with people who are starting to learn how to fence. If the other guy's got a bigger sword or, you know, better reach, it takes a long time before they're actually confident enough to move inside their opponent's range in order to actually attack. You know, it's something I notice a lot because I'm tall, I have long arms. Alright, bathroom, I think. Bathroom. On the other side of this door. No, I can't let it get to me. I can't afford to freeze up now. Forcing myself to push my panic down, I stepped into the bathroom. Looking at her made it painfully clear it wasn't a dream or an illusion. She'd lost everything that made her her. Sayaka. All at once I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, the urge to burst into tears, but I can't hesitate now. Why? Why did Sayaka have to die? I have to uncover the truth. I have to find out what happened. I wanted to give up. I wanted to collapse, but that thought held me up and supported me. Okay. Start by examining the body. I told myself I simply couldn't face what I saw, but now's not the time to think like that. I pulled out the Monokuma file to verify what it said about her body. Some sort of sharp object had been thrust into her stomach. That must have been the killing blow. Whatever they used to kill her, where'd they get it? That's definitely something I should look into later. Also, according to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's right wrist is broken. The wrist does look swollen and bloody, that's for sure, but there's something sort of glittery on her wrist too. She was hit. Somebody hit her with the scabbard. Right there, where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery. That definitely concerns me. Another thing that concerns me is there's blood on her left index finger. That's it. The palms of both her hands are totally spotless. So how come only her left finger? The stab wound in her stomach is what killed her. So when she broke her wrist, that must have happened earlier on. And how would her wrist get broken after she'd been killed? It's possible she broke her wrist during the struggle? The killer attacked Sayaka in the main room, which is when her wrist got broken. After that, the killer cornered her in the bathroom, where they inflicted the deadly wound. What the hell is that? I looked past Sayaka to the wall behind her. And there I saw... What the... Written in blood, the numbers 11037. Sayaka did this? The water for the showers gets turned off at night. Okay, I don't think there's anything else in here to look at, is there? No.
It would seem...
It looks like you found it, right, Makoto? The bloody numbers. It's most likely Sayaka's dying message. Never seen something written in blood before. Seriously? I have. What can I say? I've got very weird friends. We're the kind of people who go, oh dear, I appear to have a cut on my finger. Quick, somebody draw a pentagram! As I know a guy who likes to claim he's a Satanist. He isn't, for the record, or, well... He's a Satanist insofar as somebody who claims to be a Jedi on the national census is a Jedi, but, you know. I've never seen something written in blood before. It really was her final message. As if she wrote it with life itself.
Right.
You often talk like an aspiring poet. The numbers she wrote, what do they mean? 11037. I have no idea what that could possibly mean.
So...
The way she wrote those numbers makes me think she wanted to use her body to block them. She wrote them in that location while she was sitting the way we found her. It means she must have written them by turning only her hand towards the wall. If you were to write something in that position, do you know what the result would be? The result?
Well...
Think about it. You're not going to tell me.
Makoto.
You need to uncover the mystery of this case yourself. Otherwise the case will end and you'll remain unconvinced. I have no idea what you're trying to say, but it's obviously you're not going to tell me. Dying message... Leon. The killer is Leon. Those aren't numbers at all. Upside down and backwards. You rotate that and that says Leon. Sounds like Kyoko knows what Sayaka's dying message means. But honestly, I have no idea. Oh, I know who I should talk to. When it comes to numbers, who better to ask than the ultimate programmer?
Makoto.
There's one other thing I wanted to ask you about. Do you know how the door to your bathroom got broken? Broken? Oh, you mean how it gets stuck?
What?
Gets stuck? Yeah, I guess I'm the only one, but the door doesn't fit the frame quite right. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was locked. Once you learn the trick, it opens no problem. Bathroom door frame has been added to the truth bullet section.
Correct.
So the door doesn't quite fit the frame, huh? But actually I'm referring to the broken doorknob. The doorknob?
That's right.
You didn't notice? Well, just try closing the bathroom door. I'm sure you'll see right away what I'm talking about. I did what Kyoko said and shut the bathroom door. Huh? The doorknob. Right, I think that's a good point to end this part, since Leon did it. Or correction. It appears that her dying... Yeah, that the thing she wrote as she was dying was Leon. However, you'd like to think that any vaguely competent murderer would notice that and remove it. So it could have been left by the killer to implicate Leon, you know, and help them get away with it. So I'm not guaranteeing 100% at this point that it's Leon, but I'm suspicious. So yeah, either way, that's a good point to leave this part, so thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next.